Like when we talk about yoga, we talk about, let's say, samadhi. What is samadhi? Samadhi is we want to go back to the origin state that we were. That's why in our meditation, especially in heartfulness meditation, through pranahuti, this is what we can instantly feel. And I wanted to do the same with the music. What will take me back to that samadhi of music, which is back to source?
Namaste, Pierre Ravan. It's so wonderful to have you in the Kana studio.
Namaste, Rudy.
Thank you for taking the time out and coming here.
It's so lovely to see you again.
It's lovely to see you. It's always lovely to see you. You're, of course, a DJ, a music producer. Also, you have your own line of perfumes. You've been in the fashion industry. I mean, you've done everything. You're a yoga trainer. You're a meditation teacher. You dabbled in so much stuff. It's been amazing. You spoke about your new track, Back to Source. I just heard it before this recording. I mean, it's a beautiful track. How did that come about?
Look, even the name, Back to Source. And it came when I realized we all go back to source. And I realized that how wonderful to be to make a track which give us that feeling, that would this track give me that appetite to how I will be the journey of the music go through that. And we were very lucky. I produced this music with other two collaborators, and few big shot remixed it because everybody loved it so much. A lot of live instrument and the whole journey, which you will gonna play this track for our audience to listen. And I realized that 2024 maybe is a track that everybody will realize that this life is a transit. We pass and we go back to source in our own way. And I said, maybe that would be an amazing way to express it. And what better than music?
Absolutely.
Like when we talk about yoga, we talk about, let's say, samadhi. What is samadhi? Samadhi is we want to go back to the origin state that we were. That's why in our meditation, especially in heartfulness meditation, through pranahuti, this is what we can instantly feel. And I wanted to do the same with the music. What will take me back to that samadhi of music, which is back to source? That's why we put a lot of heart in it. Of course, because it's not commercial, not many people like it, but it's okay. Few hearts that they feel it, I think the work is done.
And something unusual that you have done previously in your gigs as well is like when somebody goes to a gig and wants to party, they are ready to be dancing and moving and being on the dance floor. But something that you do is you sometimes start with a meditation session. How did you come across that? How did you decide to do that?
You see, I want to people know what is music first. Music is coming from the heart. As you know, Sufi always said, they said is a direct picture of the beloved. Why? Because that's where the soul is connected with, not the body. And when the soul is connected, the best way is that in the crowd, be it 10 people or 1 million people, you can find a way that those hearts and the soul get united. Then you're creating the real party, right? And what is the means of connecting hearts? In my understanding, is only through meditation. And when, let's say you meditate together, you create that egregore that we all know. But we are familiar with it when you go for the group meditation. That people don't ask. But on the dance floor, people say, but no, what are you doing? But imagine that level of the energy that before they start to dance, you make them sit and you connect the hearts and then you start the beat. That unity that you create can be only created through meditation. But what is happening in this new world? Now you can find a lot of such a thing. You have a lot of people doing that. They do yoga, meditation, then the music. It's happening. But as I mentioned to many of my associates and friends, not many of them are genuine. It's nice. It's a hype now. You know, people want to go especially on psychedelic events, using, let's say, even natural substances. The intention is good. The intention is good. But are they really be able to connect genuinely to the heart? I doubt, because I experience it. I go to the gigs, I see what other people do, and I feel that the future of partying, it's a conscious partying, means you need to connect them to the heart. Then the music by itself will be enough. And trust me, you don't need any chemical intoxication to reach that level of connection with the source.
And Pierre, you've been a meditation trainer, a heartfulness meditation trainer for a long time. When did that journey start for you?
It was like 22 years ago.
Wow.
And for me, it was amazing because I was pondering about it, because I meet a lot of people when you ask them, for example, why would you like to meditate? Why are you looking to find a meditation path? I think majority of people, or they're heartbroken, or they're depressed, or something they needed to latch on, and they said maybe this spirituality will save them. My case was the totally opposite. I was not depressed. I was famous. I had the beautiful parents. But in my case, it was so different, because I was looking at what is supporting this life of mine. Where am I going? That's why I tried many paths. I tried TM. As you see, we have now the TM team.
Yes.
We have 10,000 TM practitioners. I started that. It was very nice. I am grateful for that. But again, it took me to a level, and I said, what's next? And for me, it was no next step. Then I started Sufism, and I enjoyed it because it was beautiful. Because as you know, in Islam, we have a part which is called Ihsan. You have Islam, Iman, and Ihsan. And Ihsan in Islam is one of the very strong pillars, means doing the beautiful. Anything which comes from the heart, in Islam we call Ihsan. And Sufis took that Ihsan part. And for me, that Ihsan part was beautiful, the journey. But again, it took me to a level, I said, would I be able to get self-realization? And for that, it took me to where I am today. And to be honest, I really realized that I'm nowhere. Means the path that I'm doing with Heartfulness, I realized, oh my God, there is so much work that I have to do on myself. And I never knew that. Mm-hmm. Only Heartfulness way taught me that, my friend, you have a long way. Hurry up.
And how much influence does Heartfulness have on your music, Pierre?
You see, I feel that it's very important for people who are listening understand what the real Heartfulness verse is. What is Heartfulness? Is this a path, or is this, let's say, a meditation practice? For me, Heartfulness is the purest form of how you become one with yourself and connect to your heart and truly get all your inspiration from the heart, right? And if you are going towards purity and simplicity, that's exactly where the heart can totally blossom. And I realize that as more I'm getting deeper to that level, and hopefully, and inshallah, the level of the consciousness is expanding, I realize that I can hear things, I can see things, I can, even though that I'm not a composer, but I can produce a music which is purely from the heart. And I feel that was the gift of Heartfulness. In what sense? In the sense that he taught me how to really be able to listen to my heart. Sometimes painful, because we don't like it. Because as we know, heart always alarm you on the things that you should not be doing. And we don't like to hear it.
Sure.
In many cases, I don't really like to hear it. But at least I acknowledge it. Not that maybe I'm not doing them. I also acknowledge that am I still doing them. But at least I'm aware. And that, again, go back to what Heartfulness means. Bottom line, Rudy, want to say, Heartfulness is a path of lions. If you want to be a lion, this is the way. Because to be a lion-hearted, you need to really be strong, right?
Absolutely.